This year's Homecoming Parade sponsors brought to you by Beaker Insurance, Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, Downing Nelson Oil, Riedel's Garden Center, Cross Manufacturing, State Glass, Master Cleaners, Hayes Planing Mill, Auto Collision Specialist, Midwest Energy, Precision Valley Golf, Quilt Cottage, Classic Quality Body Shop, The Almond Company, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, Hess Services, Insurance Planning Incorporated, Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, The Pheasant Run Restaurant, Steel Fabrications, and Eagle Communications.
Welcome to the 2019 Fort Hays State University Homecoming Parade. John Armstrong and me, Mike Koerner, going to hang out with you throughout the parade here and talk to you a little bit about what's going on this year. Great weather today.
Mike, it's beautiful outside. What a great way to start off a Saturday here in Hays, America.
Yep, we've got the police department going through, Fort Hays Police Department, and then of course we've got the armed guard here taking in pictures too at the same time, I guess.
You always got to smile for the camera.
Yes, color guard and of course the American Legion Riders. So we've got the Legion Riders right now. Then we have the president of the university, Tisa Mason, along with her dog who is dressed up like a princess with a tiara.
I tell you what, Dr. Tisa Mason is an incredible person and a superior leader for us, and very student driven, and we're very thankful to have her along and back in Hays. She's here before, so
it's
nice to have Dr. Mason.
This is kind of typical in our parade.
Right.
Now the Fort Hays State University Alumni Honorary Family of the Year, and we're a big family at that.
Yeah, you know, I know a lot of these folks that are on this float and very well deserving of this family to be our honorary family of the year, the Covington Griffin family, and just the wonderful, wonderful people.
Grand Marshal of Parade. You know, John, one of my goals in life, I haven't told you this.
You're going to drive that, don't you?
I want to drive the helmet car. I've always wanted to drive the helmet car.
That's awesome.
So one of these days, I'll see if I can do that with Victory Tiger on board.
Right. Well, if I can ride side by side, I think we can get that done.
We'll listen to the Fort Hays State Marching Band coming our way down the parade route.
Real quickly before it gets loud over here, so Dr. Peter Lilpop is a great person, really looking to expand our band at Fort Hays State University, and these kids are super proud of what they do, and it's great to see them on campus all the time in the football games.
Homecoming parade, you can be first in the parade route.
Yeah, exactly. You can set the pace, right?
I guess so. I will tell everybody that it's going to be a big parade today. From what I had yesterday, there was about 90-some entries, and we're over 100 entries today. We had some add-ons here at the last minute, so great turnout today for people to watch in on the parade.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's good to see some of our Tiger athletes here coming to join in the parade today, and I see some Lady Tiger basketball players up there towards the front, so it's great to have them on today too as well.
Great day today. We have homecoming parade. You've got a lot of homecoming festivities throughout the day.
There are.
Volleyball this afternoon, and of course then tonight the Fort Hays football game, the homecoming game. And good luck to the Tigers. Speaking of the Tiger football players, we have some working their way down the route right now.
Right, you know, and a lot of these guys, these are a lot of our redshirt freshmen, and probably all of them are, because the other guys are actually at a breakfast this morning. A lot of people don't realize that Tiger football starts early on a Saturday morning. If you have a 7 o'clock game, you start at 7 o'clock that morning.
Wow.
So it's a full day for these fellas.
It's one of the things that I didn't know a lot about. So we've got a lot of them here coming down the parade route. But they seem just as excited as you.
Right?
So we talk about the homecoming parade. You've been a part of these homecoming parades for probably a long time as well.
Yeah, you know, I'm thankful to join you for this one in particular. I think this is year 5 for me to come down and help you out, and we talked about it off air a little bit, but I feel like it's a great thing to say is the sense of community that's here. And we talked about a brother-in-law that I have that their kids had never been to a parade before, didn't understand what it meant. And parades mean so much more than just everybody lining up and driving down Main Street. The sense of community that we have here, and thankful for the people that support Hays High, TMP, Fort Hays State, because there's a lot of parades in this town.
Well, you also think about the Wild West Festival Parade and also the Frost Fest Parade. So we do have a lot of them, a lot of community activities and a lot of community involvement. Let's talk next here about the Alumni Association, which I am a part of. We've got Betty Johnson here, and of course driving, we've got Patty. How about that? Patty Bacon-Ryan is driving her Corvette. That's her Corvette. And I asked her to stay off the pedal on her way down today.
She's doing a great job so far.
Well, she told me she has another car in this parade. It's a Firebird that's coming up here in a little bit. She told me to make sure I watched on them, see how they're doing. Let's talk about some of our Alumni Award recipients here. Buck Arnold, who was a member of the community for a long time in Kansas City now. He's done a lot of foundation portraits in Kansas City for the brewing company down there. Also, Derek Thomas Foundation. So he's done a lot of artwork throughout the area.
You know, it was great to see all these people at the pep rally on Thursday night. Every one of those that could make it, and in fact there was only one person that couldn't make it due to she's a president at a school and had a meeting and such. But it's great to have all these people here and be involved for a few days.
Next up, Kevin Faulkner is our one of our alumni recipient awards too, and he spent a lot of his time doing technology in Silicon Valley. Then we've got Dr. Lee Goodson. Lee made it today. Lee's been really busy with her stuff in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She had some meetings the other night, and she just arrived yesterday into town.
Right, and she was the only one that couldn't make it the other night. She's the president at Tulsa Community College, so we appreciate her coming down on a Saturday.
Next, Michael Miller, who's got a really big career. He's been doing a lot of stuff with FBI and as an agent with the FBI, and done some really big stuff. So.
It was pretty cool the other night at the pep rally when they announced what he does, and he said he was a FBI agent, and everybody goes, ooh.
Coming up next, Cole Engel, who's been a part of the Fort Hays community for a long time. Bachelor's degree, master's degree, then worked into the PhD at Northwestern. So Cole Engel, our guest here as well. And now probably will be here for a while as an instructor.
You know, Dr. Engel is an incredible person, a better man, but even just as awesome as an instructor for our students.
And we have the Alumni Award winner, Joshua Snyder. Josh has been great too to the community, and from El Paso, Texas.
And Joshua, little inside story. So Joshua has actually played football for Chris Brown in Liberal, Kansas, my hometown. Yeah. So it's kind of neat for them to rekindle some old Redskin pride back in the day.
Then we have our distinguished award recipient here. Well, actually, this is a service award.
Yep. Dr. Kurt and Christy Brungart. When I retire, I want to be just like Kurt.
I don't know if you know, they've got a hobby now. It's called pickleball. They're both doing
That's
a lot
awesome.
of it.
That's great.
Oh, we've got some people here we want to recognize right now.
50 years.
This is 50 years.
50 years.
50th anniversary.
It's always great to have our alum back, and this is a special day for them too, because they're packed full of a lot of activities that go on from Thursday through Saturday night into Sunday.
Next, we'll talk a little bit about our Journey campaign, which is coming up, and then we'll see that white Firebird I told you is going to come through the parade route, one of Patty's other vehicles. And we've got to watch who's driving that.
Thank you
very much. Thank you.
You guys wear these to the game?
We will. Thank you very much for doing what you do. Jason Willoughby, their foundation president, doing some great stuff.
There we go. We've been waiting for that.
We're told you're not supposed to do that. Great turnout in this parade so far today. Fort Hays Foundation. Now we should have City Commission coming their way down the parade route. Where's their float? I guess they're just going to walk it.
I guess so.
We'll have to ask them about their floats.
Well, I love the hat that our mayor is wearing. Are those ears on there? Yes, they are. Oh, there's a couple sets of ears on there.
We're looking for their float. We can't find their float.
Awesome. You see how quiet our car is?
Yes. Up next here, U.S. Senator Jerry Mann and Robin's wife. I want to thank them for being in our parade here today. Great turnout for them.
How are you, Robin?
You know, I met Jerry Moran in President Edward Hammond's house about 25 years ago, and he still remembers that day, which amazes me.
He remembers everybody's name.
He does.
Hey, Symphony Orchestra here. That's cool to see them coming down our parade route. And we should have our criminal justice, which, boy, that program has really become large lately.
You know, it really has. It's an incredible piece to what we have at our departments at Fort Hays State University, and it's amazing to see the amount of students that are interested in criminal justice in today's world as well. But it's one of our top programs on campus.
Here's something we love to watch every year. I'd love to see this in the parade every year. It's the Chinese students, and they have the great dragon that goes around. They've got a great thing to do with that.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that we have over 4,000 students in our international partnerships, where we have full-time faculty that teach in China in our English-driven programs. We offer bachelor's degrees in our international partnerships, and there's 4,000 students that are getting Fort Hays State University degrees in their home country.
All right, coming up next here, we have the fraternity and sorority life, folks. That you can speak about this more than I can. I think that the fraternity and sorority groups have grown in numbers just in the last few years. And I don't know if that's just my perception or if that's true or not.
You know, it really has. I mean, you can see the dedication that the university has to build some of our facilities that are on campus. We have, right north of the football field, a brand new facility in Tiger Village, and we have 3 of our Greek life opportunities that are in that brand new building, and the Sigma Chi's built a brand new home right near campus. So it's an incredible piece, and a lot of people being involved.
I don't know if we've got the shot Alpha Gamma Delta folks walking by right now,
celebrating their 60th anniversary.
I talked to these folks before we went on the air with the parade, before you came over here, with the Tiger Tots. And they've got a bunch of great kids. It's a great program.
You know, and we have a lot of our faculty that have a lot of our they bring their siblings into Tiger Tots, and it's great to have them on campus. It really brings a sense of youth and excitement to our campus all the time when we see them.
Well, it's also great for them to know that their kids are close by if they need to do something happen during the day.
Definitely.
So it goes back to your sense of community, which we get too.
Definitely. See some of our instructors and some of our athletes that are on there too. All right, this is did you get warmed up this morning? I know every year you do a little stretching to get ready to do this dance.
I did stretch and I ran this morning, but I am not about to do any dance routines on Main Street. It's not happening. So we've got a Becky's School of Dance coming their way down the parade route now. 70 dancers from Becky's School of Dance. They do competitions all over. And the direction of this is under Becky Schaefer.
Wonder how many times they have to do this routine up and down the block, you think?
Until they're tired of it. Our next group in the parade route is the African ambassadors to Fort Hays State University.
You know, one thing we really pride ourselves on is celebrating diversity on our campus, and this is a perfect example of a small entity of what we do at Fort Hays State, and it's awesome to have all of our students from every background and welcoming to the Hays community, as well as being a participant in the parade and being a part of Fort Hays State and our culture and what we're driving through the community, and them providing opportunity for higher education.
And it includes all international students that we see coming down the parade route. Next up is the Next Tech truck, and they always have bubbles that follow them. Just don't suck in any air when one comes near you.
Right, right. Well, we appreciate what Next Tech does and providing opportunities in our community and the service they provide, and it's wonderful to have partners just like that in Hays America and in our area.
Talk about service. How about Student Veterans Association?
You know, we are starting, we're a military-friendly university, and it's awesome to have the activity that we have in our Veterans Association, as well as we just opened up the Kansas Army National Guard, had a ribbon cutting on campus, and it's great to have them be a partner of Fort Hays.
And we've got the Twirl Academy here, or Heartland Academy of Gymnastics, working their way down. Got more kids. Kids. It's always good to see kids as part of the.
I agree.
Here. Got more of the Heartland Academy of Gymnastics kids coming our way. To me, it looks like some of these kids already took some of the candy that they found on the parade route.
I'm sure they probably did.
Can you do that, John?
No, I absolutely cannot.
You want to try?
I always think it's amazing how these young people can just flip when they want to and do a somersault when they want to. And
We got a lot of popcorn flying in the air here from Poppy, the new mascot. She is a unicorn, incorporating a 4 days tiger eating popcorn.
I know we have a lot of people on campus that love popcorn. If you hadn't had any, they have a variety of choices, and I guarantee you, you're going to find one that you really, really
Go
like.
to Serves, or you can even go to their store and check out all the variety of kind of classic candies.
Exactly.
Got the Hayes High Band our way down the parade route. Let's listen to them a little bit. Awesome. Hayes High Marching Band. How about our Student Government Association?
You know, a lot of people don't realize, but our students are making big decisions on our campus with our vice president and our president. These lovely people.
They know you. Well, let's get to our homecoming royalty. A lot of them coming down the parade route right now.
This young man, Bryson, works in my office here in the Office of Admissions. It's great to see him.
They're going to move by fast for us. So
They
let's
are.
Keep up here. Got more here. Quinn Monk and Derek Dreyer.
These next two people coming up, Brad and Anna. Brad's our student body president, and Anna actually works in our office as well, in the Office of Admissions. Anna Deal.
So you're familiar with both of them?
Yeah, both of them. Very active on campus and super people, representing our Greek life on campus.
Next is Nia Vasquez Ward and Arian.
Yeah, Aaron Salcedo is an incredible young man. The smile on his face is his personality. I could just say that. I'm going to leave it at that. He's just an incredible guy.
Then we have Emily Prine and Conrad Vanier.
Conrad's a Hayes America guy. Always great to see him being involved, and congratulations to him to be a part of our homecoming court. He's a wrestler at Fort Hays State, or was a former wrestler at Fort Hays State, so they were cheering for him at the pep rally.
Got somebody else here you know, Roy.
Yeah, Roy was our king last year. Passing on the crown tonight at 7 o'clock.
There we go. Chance to see Jackie Kramer's Vision Dance Company.
But I think it's cool they have the older young ladies at the front, and then you just get younger and younger and younger and younger and younger.
Boy, I haven't seen the ones pulling in strollers yet. But I wouldn't be surprised.
They'll be ready for some McDonald's here when this parade is over, I can guarantee you.
Probably so. Okay, we just saw the Jackie Kramer Vision Dance Company.
This is a part of our theater group on campus. It's great to have our students that are active in so many clubs and organizations, and it's nice to have our theater group, Fort Hays State, be involved.
Now we see Lewis Automotive Group with another nice vehicle on the backside. I think we can work out a deal with you this afternoon on that.
Right?
See, that's white, and you can put your gold and
Beautiful.
black on it. Hey, were you ever a Cub Scout?
You know, I never was. Nope. I was not involved in Cub Scouts, unfortunately.
We've got some great Cub Scouts at 133 making their way along the route this morning. Boy, there's a lot of it, isn't there? Grades kindergarten to 5th grade. Kids go to school, Holy Family, Lincoln, O'Laughlin, Roosevelt, Wilson, from all the schools, all of them within this community. And it goes back to your community that you talked about, which is kind of cool to see.
Definitely, and the Cub Scouts is definitely an organization that I wish I could have been involved in because they do a lot to teach people how to be great leaders and great men and women. It's an incredible opportunity for them to use some life skills and build life skills that they'll use their entire life.
Alvin Kappa Pie, you got here, rocking it out. Little tiger there.
They do a lot on our campus and have different drives across campus, and they're a really active group at Fort Hays State and continuously doing things in the quad on campus. It's always great to see some of their activities they're doing.
What's some of the things you've seen? Is it just fundraisers, or is it student involved?
It's both. They just had a recent blood drive. They do one every year. I think it actually is a couple of times a year that they'll have an annual blood drive. And it's just great to see what they do on our campus and involved in just the community piece as well as Fort Hays State. They have so many activities I couldn't even begin to start naming any.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that a lot of these kids do. It seems to me that the impression is that the kids are more involved in stuff now.
It's when you think about going to college and you get a degree so you can go do and perform and be in a certain job, employers are looking for people that want to find out how they're involved outside of what they did in college and what they learned, because you learn so many ways that you can advance yourself and be a part of a team and work with the team, and being in clubs and organizations is the way that people know that they know how to work with people. So that's an important aspect of college.
We have Sigma Alpha walking by, and they're a part of that same group of kids on campus.
They are, and their numbers within our ag sorority, that's women in ag. Our agriculture department is like none other. I mean, if you're going to be in the state of Kansas and you want to go into the agriculture world, there's 2 universities in the state of Kansas that the person should really look into, and we are definitely one of those. Hands-on in a variety of different opportunities for people, whether it's an ag econ, whether it's ag business, or whether you're looking into cattle management or anything, and we have a gigantic ag department.
We had a couple of runners in the alumni run this morning get involved in the run as well today. So
great. That's cool. Great. Speaking about the youth of our community, the Hays Area Children's Center, ranging from years 1 through 5, it's an amazing opportunity for these people to come and support Fort Hays as well as Hays America.
So here's the strollers.
Yeah, here's the strollers you were talking about. These kids will never forget this when they were in the parade.
Well, I always think that too. I think about some of these kids that are just watching, how they'll remember this for days and years.
This little man right here in this hat, he's ready for some McDonald's. I guarantee you, he's thinking, how far do I have to walk?
There's a place that I visit quite often. It's the Sternberg Museum of Natural History, and they've got a great art piece out, or art exhibit that's out there right now that'll be there until December 29th, I believe.
And thanks to our donors for contributing with the opportunity for Reese. Dr. Reese Barrick here is our director of our Sternberg Museum, to be able to have this vehicle here and for them to be on the road and providing opportunities through education via our Sternberg Museum. That's much more than just going in and seeing things. They do a lot outside of Hays that a lot of people don't really realize.
Right, and if you talk to Reese anytime, he'll tell you anything you want to know about Green Bay Packers football.
Yeah, definitely. The young man driving that van right there is Curtis Schmidt. Curtis is a TMP grad, and I used to coach him in baseball. And what a great person for him to teach people about reptiles.
Yeah.
He's incredible. He's a wealth of information.
All right, we have Styles Dance Center is on their way down. It's a national award-winning dance studio under the direction of Alyssa Deckens and Macy Piper. The studio consists of 108 That's 108 competitive dancers and 175 recreational students. They won so many awards.
All right, Mike, let's see it. Here we go.
All right.
Now, there are a lot of young ladies out here.
Yeah, a lot of dancing.
Wow.
And then we have the younger ones that don't know the routine yet, but they know that they're in the parade. So
That's
remember
right.
that.
They're smiling. That's what's important.
Next year they know the parade route, and next year they can at least get with the dance routine.
That's right.
All right, let's go on to number 50 now in our entries, Tiger Motorcycle Club.
You know, this is a new club on our campus. Dr. Dennis King got our Tiger Motorcycle Club together, who's coming up.
Yep,
Here's
there's
our Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. And it's great to have them involved. And whether you drive a moped, a bike, or whatever, you can be a part of our Tiger Motorcycle Club.
And it doesn't look like it matters what type of motorcycle you have.
It doesn't. You know, what's great about the Tiger Motorcycle Club is they not only just get and ride, but they have meetings about how to fix them,
Oh, really?
maintenance discussions. I mean, they have a variety of topics. They teach you on the safety. They do a lot in that motorcycle club, more than just getting on your bike and riding.
And they also have Learn Your Motorcycle Day coming up October 19th from 1 to 3:30 at Gross Memorial parking lot.
You know what I think is cool is we have a lot of people like our Hays City Commission people that they're vying for a spot on our commission. Mr. Burgess here that just walked by, Michael, is great to see them involved here in the parade.
Nextec Wireless in the colorful van.
You know, another partner that we have that's in Kansas, in particular, not just Northwest Kansas. I know that we have people down in the Hutch area that are a part of Nextec Wireless, and I mean, it's great to have them to be involved and have their roots actually, you know, in our Hays community.
Oh, we've got some more kids coming. It's the Twirl Academy under the direction of Shelley Heighton. And individuals range from ages 2 through college. They're coming from Hill City, Hays, and other western Kansas communities. Twirl Academy is featured twirlers at Hays High, Hays Middle School, Hays, or the Hill City Junior and Senior High too. And they compete locally and nationally. Up next, the Halloween Express here in Hays.
It's that time.
Be open through October 31st.
We were just talking about the Halloween Express the other day, and our students in my class were asking where they can go to buy Halloween items. Well, that's where you can go. 3300 Vine Street.
Got it. Here's Hays Has Jobs. I'm not looking right now. Are you?
I'm not.
But we could go there, hayshasjobs.com.
Exactly. You know, and I think it's important for people to understand that are outside of the Hays community to find out how they can get involved and be a part of Hays, and that's a great resource for people to
Appropriately,
access.
Ernie sent me it's payday. Is there a sign in there?
Right? Maybe
Jobs?
so.
Number 56 here. That's kind of cool. It's I like the SpongeBob
I do
reference
too.
in it.
That's awesome. I love this vehicle, actually. 1963 Ford Galaxy on the back of that tag, the 63 RAG.
Here we have the Messiah Lutheran Church, God's Team. I like the theme here on the float.
You know, that's where my wife and I got married, is at Messiah Lutheran Church. 1996.
Here's the folks with the Art Park. What a great, this will be a great addition to our community, don't you think?
It will be, you know, and the people that are supporting, not only ones that are here, but the people in our community that are supporting the Art Park, providing accessible playgrounds, baseball field, the splash pad, so anybody with any ability can come and be a part of such an amazing piece here in town, and it really is a definite benefit to Hays.
course, they're trying to start that up here in spring, start working on getting that up and going.
Right.
Now we've got the American, well, actually, there's American Red Cross here. Red Cross Emergency Response Vehicle. They use this vehicle nationally and throughout the state if there's any kind of relief that's needed. And Hayes Rotary Club, you belong?
You know, I'm not in the Rotary Club, but I'm involved in our Optimist Club and when I can go. But, you know, a wonderful opportunity to give back, to be prideful of service within your community. This guy right here is all about service right here, Dr. Kenton Olaf.
He's won a lot of awards.
He has.
How about this? Our Storm Cheer.
Yeah, this is a cheerleading opportunity through the Hayes Rec. Well, I think it's an awesome, I feel like a new opportunity for people. Actually 3 years old. I was thinking it's fairly new. They go and be involved in a lot of varsity cheer competitions across the state and in the country.
We have the Ellis County Emergency Medical Services. It's nice to see them. I always say this, but it's always nice to see them in the parade and not out working.
Exactly. You know, and people sometimes don't realize how important they are until the time comes and you're in need, and we appreciate everything that our emergency medical services do.
Now our Eagle vehicle is coming along. We've got the broadband people and also the Eagle Technology Solutions.
The #1 broadband company.
For over 70 years.
I was waiting for you to finish it.
And then, of course, part of that, the Eagle Radio Group here. Their Ram truck. Becky Kaiser riding it back, but also some local volunteers in the community that are helping out with United Way. And you could also help by, you've got some money along the parade routes, any parade route, they always have the pumpkin packers, and you can put loose change into the pumpkins, and it goes to United Way of Ellis County.
I see Becky in the back of that vehicle right there that's supporting the broadcast right now. When I think of you, Mike, I always think of a microphone and a camera.
You do?
I do. Always providing a positive message for all of us.
Way to be known. Got the Sears Hometown store with their delivery team, delivering appliances, exercise equipment, lawn and garden items, mattresses, and they do it all throughout central and northwest Kansas. See Jenny Atwell's vehicles coming along here with their sparkling windshield wipers.
Right. Definitely helps the car stand out, doesn't it? Uber Jenny.
Uber Jenny, and then also Julie, both vehicles here in the parade route today. Get a little bit of a lull here. I'm going to mark down that you, personally, you work in the admissions office, and that's got to be, do you have like lulls, you know, when the school year starts, you're really busy and then it slows down a little bit, or does it kind of stay busy with different things throughout the year?
You know, actually, right when the school year starts in our office, we are not as busy as we are in any other month, because when our school year starts, our faculty and staff are ramping up the school, and in the Office of Admissions, that's the back end of the work that we just did the previous year. So we're really busy starting in like the mid to end of September, when our counselors are out on the road recruiting, and our visits on our campus will jump from 100 to 600 in a month. So September, October, November, it peaks in December, and then we have people visiting all the time. But one thing I love about Fort Hays State Admissions is we're there from the time the student is a prospect all the way through moving them in the residential hall. So it's a lively place all the time.
We've got the Hayes Middle School Marching Band. The band is directed by Renette Dawson.
How'd you like to carry around all this weight on you the whole time you're walking around on this parade?
Ellis County Fire Department. Wow.
You know, I feel like it's an opportunity for us to pay our respect for what our emergency medical services do in any community. What these young men and young women do on a daily basis is incredible, and we're very thankful to have such an incredible medical services team in our community, as well as any community that might have those services. So you know what? It's a chance for us to give them things.
And they do so much training. People don't realize how much training goes on behind the scenes with these people. And there's also the training center that's new to Hayes that a lot of firefighters from out central and northwest Kansas come to do some training.
You're right.
Now, this is something, I don't know how new this is, but I hadn't heard about this until I think this year. It was the 4-H club on campus.
Right. You know, I'm not sure how long they've been involved, but I can tell you that I know some students that are in our collegiate 4-H club, and the amount of leadership skills that they will gather in and through the vehicle of 4-H is absolutely incredible. It's nice to see it from the youth all the way up through the collegiate level.
Well, we've got a lot of 4-Hers, and a lot of 4-Hers, they can continue their pattern of being a 4-Her from a little kid, doing the county fairs, all the way up through college, so they can keep that going. And then maybe be active again back in the community by showing the younger kids something.
You're right. You know, your Voice Through Cancer there, driving through on the Ford Model A, you know, if you know someone that's the survivor of cancer, it's an incredible piece for them, and I'd love to see them being involved.
Hayes City Legends here, historic reenactors, part of Hayes Community Theater as well. I see one of them, we've got Buffalo Bill Cody, Wild Bill Hickok, and then German Pioneers too, and the Salon Girls.
Right. I think you'd be this guy right here, an outlaw, wouldn't you?
No. And we have Premier Business Management, another new business in downtown Hayes over the last couple of years.
You know, and it offers an opportunity for bookkeeping services for people and business owners. You know, people starting up a business that need some help. You know what? This is a great way for you to understand how they can help you.
There's the Oiler cheerleaders. And the local Remax Pro, locally owned franchise here in Hayes. Seen them in, I think, every parade so far this year.
Right. This guy right here,
Yes.
Tim Cosart, handing out a few candy pieces.
Hey, we got candy now. High Plains Mental Health, nice to see them in the community. And working on a new program to help out rural ranchers and farmers, because sometimes we don't think about them and the times that they go through.
You're right.
And so they're working on a new program that is partly funded by the Schmidt Foundation to help them out and help some of these rural ranchers and farmers out in their time of need.
You know, it's an important piece of our community and anywhere for that matter to promote mental health awareness, and we just appreciate what they do.
The Rho Alpha Tau.
The rats
Yep, the
are
rats.
in the house.
You just had to say it one time
I
and
know.
you open that can.
You know, what's awesome about this is the rats have been around since the 60s. There's a lot of stories regarding the rats in a variety of different ways and what they do and the jobs and businesses and cities and farms and wherever life took them, they still have a dedicated friendship within the rats.
Okay, Good Hope 4-H Club. We talked about 4-Hers on campus. How about 4-Hers in the community?
Here's what that piece we were talking about earlier, from 4-H is youth all the way through the university. Actually, these are the types of students that we're going to be recruiting here very, 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 very soon, and the younger we can start, the better.
Oh, look at this. We've got the Hayes City Department of Water Resources. I see a water drop up there.
Right. You know, when I was a student here at Fort Hays State in the early 90s, I totally took on a different respect for how we use water, knowing that our water issues in Ellis County are not quite as resourceful as some other communities as far as the Ogallala Aquifer is concerned. So it's really neat to see our community support how we think about water, because it is a definite resource that we have to have.
You know, being around this community as long as I have, I see that as dramatically changed, and
You're right.
the education that people have now compared to even 10 years ago.
You're right. You're right.
Southwind CrossFit. under new ownership now.
You know, to see what these young men and women are doing with CrossFit is amazing. And I guarantee if you want to work out, this is where you should probably try to go. And I'd probably last about 5 minutes in most of these workouts. You'd probably do a lot better than I would.
I don't know if I could lift one of those big tires. I'm sure that would happen. Now we've got Hayes Med Breast Care Center.
Let me hear you say, go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Love the little tiger cage there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Unleashing the tigers. You know, it's also an important piece for us to realize, and those people that have had some breast cancer. You know, I for one, my mother-in-law was a survivor of breast cancer, and it's nice to see their alumni and the support that they have in supporting their breast cancer center.
We just saw the nutrition folks go by. That's always nice. Now Quest Diagnostics in the parade. So Quest Diagnostics. Then we move over to the University Activities Board. There's always something happening on campus.
There is, you know, and an awesome opportunity for people to get involved in planning events on campus and in our community. The UAB is one of our larger groups on campus. A lot of our students are getting involved to offer opportunities for our students on our campus. So UAB is active. They're planning activities.
And they always have been.
They have.
More activities board folks coming here. I was surprised that they kept the yellow guy up.
I'd like to get one of those trikes right there. That's pretty sweet.
That would be good.
You know, it's like the big wheels back when we were high tire. Another student ambassador that works in our office right there. Man, that's like an adult big wheel.
Fort Hayes Homecoming. I'm sure you like the nice old truck here, don't you?
I do. You know, I would love to. I want to get in and drive some of these sometime.
There's a lot of the vehicles that are in the parade that I would love to be able to drive.
Seeing this Clydesdales come down the street here a second, I got a quick little story before they get here. So I know they're not riding the Clydesdales right now, but it reminds me when I was in a parade, when I was in college, back home, and I had to ride a horse, and I'd never ridden a horse before. So the first time you ride a horse, and you ride a horse on pavement, it's like us walking on ice, is what I've been told. Yeah. So I was a little nervous.
Well, you know, you talk about that experience. We talk about how the community involvement and horses and parades, but that was kind of one of my first memories of a parade too. Budweiser Clydesdales were here in one of the Fort Hayes homecoming parades a long time ago, and I was able to ride on that float with them one year.
Right.
So that's a memory that I have of it.
You know, some of these students that are on here are some scholarship winners of the 2019 Fort Hayes and Next Tech Oktoberfest scholarships. Janelle Moore, Nick Worth, Alexandra Herman, and Creighton Myers gathering their family with the Clydesdales to enjoy music and German food, games.
And that is one thing that you brought up. They're giving back to the community. They offer a lot of scholarships, and that's what the money goes to. They raise for the Oktoberfest.
That's right. That's right. You know, and I sit on a lot of those boards at the university, providing opportunities for students, and some people don't realize all the impact that Oktoberfest has within our community and Fort Hayes State University, and giving back to students, for the youth, for our community.
Well, we see the red and blue lights and the Hayes Police Department. I guess so we have to go now. So.
Well, you know, I always look forward to this every year, Mike, and I appreciate you asking me to come. Thank goodness for the weather. This is one of the most beautiful days we've had in a little while, and I hope everyone has a great, safe Fort Hayes State University homecoming weekend.
Very good. All right, that wraps it up for the Eagle TV broadcast of the 2019 Fort Hayes State University Homecoming. John Armstrong, our guest here, a co-host from the Office of Admissions. And just tell everybody you know, every young kid you know, to get a hold of John and talk to him about Fort Hayes State University.
We're there for him anytime.
And I'm Mike Koerner from Eagle Communications. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast.
This year's Homecoming Parade sponsors brought to you by Beaker Insurance, Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, Downing Nelson Oil, Riedel's Garden Center, Cross Manufacturing, State Glass, Master Cleaners, Hayes Planing Mill, Auto Collision Specialist, Midwest Energy, Precision Valley Golf, Quilt Cottage, Classic Quality Body Shop, The Almond Company, Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, Hess Services, Insurance Planning Incorporated, Patty Bacon Rind Appraising, The Pheasant Run Restaurant, Steel Fabrications, and Eagle Communications.